Oops. Okay. So, hi. I've been meaning to do this for a while, which is to create to create a Twitter or an X article, and in doing that, I thought I would share exactly what my findings were and see if anyone's interested. So, articles is a new feature. It's not here in my list, but if you go to more and then go to articles, you'll see that we have this new section here for writing articles. Now, before I get you all excited, the downside of this, as you'll read, of me just click here, I have draft articles and published articles. There's a downside, a big downside actually. I hope it's going to change, but in the meantime, let's have a look and I'll explain what the downside. So the articles is a recent feature that was brought out on the 7th of March, and the downside with it is that it is not available to regular users. Indeed, it's not even available to premium users. It needs to be premium plus or verified organizations before you can get access to the articles. Why they have done that, I have no idea. I would expect that should change. But for those of you who do have a premium plus account or a verified organization, I just want to give you a run through of what articles can do, how it works, and as part of that, I've written an article. Well, it's in draft form. I haven't published it yet. And what you can see here is all of the capabilities, everything I have covered as to what articles can and can't do. So there's some interesting bits, but it's not that exciting. But some people that are publishing long form content may just want this as another way to reach people or reach their audience. So we have a heading image up here at the top. So the image that you create up here should be a ratio of about 5:2, I think is what they recommend. And you can upload any image for your article there. And then you have a heading here. As you can see, we have some options up here to apply headings or subheadings or bodies, as you'll see. This your name will go in automatically. There's nothing you can do here to change this. And here I just put in a block quote, which looks something like what you see there. So let me just do another example of a block quote. Block QT. Now, so I just select that and then hit your block quote, and then you get this feature here. Pretty minimalistic. In fact, overall the capabilities are quite minimal. It's also still buggy. What I mean by that, you see these kind of three images that I have in here. Well, actually, when I was creating this article, I had these images way down here. They were draft images that I was playing with. And somehow or another, they appeared up here. So there are definitely still bugs with regards to it. I'm going to get rid of these now. There are still bugs. So that's one of the things to keep in mind. In relation to the photo here, if you go to edit the photo, you can see that you have the ability to crop the image, basic cropping, and you can display it as a different aspect ratio image, be it square or one of these aspect ratios here. You can also apply alt text for text readers. I'm not sure how that works. I haven't tested that yet, but the capability is there to add alt text to the images, which can be quite useful. I don't know if it actually helps X find your or discover your articles, but it's a good practice to put it in, especially for people visually impaired or otherwise, in any case. Okay, so that's your basic image. You can put obviously a caption on your image or remove that caption. So these are some of the basic capabilities. Of course, the cool thing about it is 100,000 characters, and you can format it to some degree with headings, subheadings, and also you have some text ability to make text bold and italic and strike through. You can do bullet points and you can do number points. All of these are available in this menu up here. Of course, the other nice thing you can do is you can insert links. So if you want to, for example, make articles a link, simply go up here and click on your links, and now you can type in a URL like Google or whatever you want uh, the um, the link to go to, so you can put in your link in there. Now, one of the advantages of this link capability within articles should be that, unlike a regular Twitter post, if you include links into your articles, your post shouldn't get, let's say, demoted by the Twitter algorithm. Because if you regularly just post a regular X post or Twitter post, and then incorporate a link into that, the problem is that you will have a limited viewing on your article, because the algorithm doesn't like links. So not sure if you knew that, but most people do now. So it's not really great practice for you to put links into articles, because it takes people off the X platform and they go somewhere else. Of course, you can put emojis in as well. Again, no big support. I think where it's most useful is on the media support, because you're not limited to a single image or 4 images. So what I've done here is just taken an example of where you can have one image, then you can have 2 images. I created these in a little template so that they could actually form a mosaic, because otherwise they wouldn't normally line up nicely like this. Or you can put your 3 images like this, or indeed you can put your whole 4 images in here. This could be nice if you're doing presentations, slide, or maybe some informational videos or some instruction. So some nice things can be done with that. And then for those of you that write some code and software developers, you can also incorporate some code. Now, where do you get those things? So it's not that visible up here, actually. It's quite a crappy interface, why they needed to have it like this. You can also, let's say, expand this and have a focus view so that you don't have any of these things on the side. I'll just do that right now. And then you have everything all clear. You still can't see this insert here. So for example, if I wanted to insert an image here, for example, I just go there first, and then I can insert, and you have images, or could be videos as well, which I'm going to insert this video when it's finished in there. So I can insert my images or videos, my GIF, my posts. I can put in a divider, and as I mentioned down here, I can put in code or code snippets. So that'd be useful, since somebody can just copy those code snippets if they're working on some programs. Let me just get this out of the way here. Okay, let's get that out of the way. So how you would do that is, let me go to the cursor, wherever I had the cursor. Anyway, I'll just put it in here and insert, and you can put in some code, and you can select a programming language like Python or whatever the language is. And it has lots of different languages, and type in your code and you can insert it. The same applies for, say, complex mathematical formulas. If you want to display them in a more scientific way, for example, like this here, if you look at this, I've inserted this as latex. Click on this and you can see the actual formula here, which is surrounded by square brackets. And then you can preview that, and that's what it looks like. And you can update it if you wanted to change this, for example, and you can insert your complex mathematical formulas and stuff like that, good for scientific papers and other things you might be doing. So clearly there's a a direction here that they seem to be supporting, let's say, more so on the science programming and stuff like that. However, I think it could be really, really good for some nice articles or informational articles or other kinds of long form content. You can see here it's buggy all the time. What I mean by this is that the X is missing until you hover over. So it's got a feel of something that's still quite buggy. So, okay, so you can insert code, you can insert formulas, and you can even insert X posts. So if you want to put in a post in here, for example, just go to insert and insert post. And that way you can just pick a post, for example. If I want to put in this post here, I can just simply click that. And there's my post in there, which is quite cool. Okay, let me see, drop this down here. Now, for example, when you drop this down after having a subheading up here and you drop it down, you start typing, you'll see you're in a subheading again. So you'd have to select and make sure that's body text. So what's going to go in here is basically a video that I'm making right now. So this video that you're watching will go in here. So overall, it's pretty nice. It's crazy that they have made this some kind of an exclusive club whereby users of FreeX and the basic package don't have access to it. I think they're going to have to change that at some point if this is ever to get some work. So I've made a conclusion. Will I write articles on X? So I'm not sure. To be very honest, I'm really not sure. From what I understand of now, the engagement in articles is not that good. That's a downer, obviously. And the other issue that I have with articles is it's still buggy. Doesn't work very well. So not sure if I'm using it, but if you have any questions on it, give me a shout, hit me up. I don't think I've got anything more to say on it. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's getting indexed by Google either. So if you're looking to be found out there or your articles to be found, I'm not sure that X is getting any Google love. So I'm not sure that it's worth it. But it might be if you have got a good following. What would be cool, what would be very cool, is if the articles that you publish in X could be behind the subscription. In other words, for those people that are providing a subscription, one of the things that they could do would be to have an article available for subscribers or for non-subscribers, depending on what they wish. So that could be a nice feature. Somehow I think that it's going to be extended in the future. I think its capabilities will be extended, and I also think its reach and its discoverability will also be improved, just like what's happening on Spaces and live streams. So that's it. I don't really have any more to say about X articles. This is my first one, might even be my last one. Mind you, I can think of a few topics I'd like to cover that would probably match quite well with the capabilities of articles, especially in relation to our upcoming European elections and the whole aspect of voting. That's a whole different story, obviously nothing to do with tech. So that's it. I don't have any more to say. If you find it interesting or if you've got any questions, indeed, on not just articles, but anything X related in general, give me a shout. And that's it. Have a great day.